Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have eaten that cup of noodles raw. The Shining is about a hotel that is really shiny and sparkly. One might even say that it shines bright like an emerald. But then there's this kid named Danny Phantom. Now, Danny Phantom is also very shiny, except he's 10 times shinier than an emerald. Therefore, by the transitive property, he's shinier than the hotel. So now the hotel says, "Oh man, I can't have that kid being shinier than me. Guess I gotta eat him so I can be 100 times shinier." But let's take it back to the beginning. The main family of the book is a family of 3. Of course, you have Danny Phantom playing as the son, Jack Nicholson taking on the role of the dad of Danny Phantom. Then you have Danny Phantom's mom, Joyce Byers. So Jack Nicholson is finishing up his role as the Joker from the new Batman movie, and he decides to get a few drinks with his buddy Batman. This is when he becomes an alcoholic and nearly beats his son half to death. Then he goes home to see Joyce. Joyce sees him, and she's like, "Honey, have you been drinking again?" Then Nack Jickelson replies by saying, "No, it just me, that Todd Sweeney man, and Tim Burton having a guys' night. We'll just get a couple of drinks with the buds. It's all good. It's all good." The argument could have gone for much longer, but then Jackie Boy notices that Danny Phantom is in his home office. So Jack goes over to him and asks, How you doing, son? Are you winning, son?" And then Phantom says,
"Father, I've rearranged your papers to best suit the atmosphere. Much like the papers scattered all over the floor, your mental state has scattered the well-being of the family, and it is your mental state that will lead to our inevitable failure and forever stain our happiness."
"What did you do to my papers?" And then Joyce comes in and is like, "What did you do to my son?" This is taking a bit too long. I'm gonna speed things up. So after meeting the best character in the book, Hala Halloran, the family begins to stay in the hotel, but the hotel starts to get crazy. I'm talking spooky mind voices, all right? I'm talking moving hedge animals. I'm talking ghost booze. I'm talking real booze. I'm talking Danny Phantom going into room 217 even though he knows he's not supposed to be in that room, but then says, "Mama didn't raise no little bitch." So he goes into the room and he sees a dead ghost lady naked and afraid, but she's not the one that's afraid. Then she goes to choke the life out of Danny Phantom and he's all like, "Do do 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 do, going ape shit." Alright, okay, this is going a little too fast now. Let's slow things down. After being consumed by the hotel, Jack Nicholson goes on a crazy bloodlust to kill his family. But little does Jack Daniels know that he'll soon be consumed by the flames of hell. Oh yeah, and the hotel's gonna explode. After all that madness, Hala Halloran takes Joyce Byers and Danny Phantom to Maine, where they can live out the rest of their life happily ever after. Except there's a sequel. The book, so there's no real happily ever after. The trauma just keeps going. Overall, I give this book a 7 out of 10. Could have had more Batman.